There we go. Pin. And now we are good. Hamster, hello. Welcome back. It's the final live stream. It's the final live stream. Should have that song playing on blast while we're doing this. Oh, I had the incorrect audio going through. There we go. Hold on, it should switch over for you guys. There we go. Got it going through my speakers. Compiling shaders. I restarted my computer in hopes that whatever issue I had with Peak, because that seemed like a system issue. But whatever issue I had with Peak, I'm hoping won't happen here. Heavy raid outside of my window. Interesting. The weather here is extremely hot. It is 105 degrees Fahrenheit, which is like what? Somewhere between 35 to 45 C. It's pretty bad. Did I get that right? It's 40.5 degrees Celsius. So I haven't really played Battlefield since the beta. You know, and I went ahead and I bought this game because you do not get family sharing for EA games. They, you know, they immediately tell you you can't do that. EA wants all your money, all the profit. No. Turn off menu narration. It's always enabled by default. Now I hated this menu in the beta, and it still seems like it's bad. Okay, here, we'll put the field of view up. Gosh. Disable voice chat. Where do I go to set up the actual graphical quality? Custom. Okay, I guess we'll stop there. I'm gonna go ahead and skip this because I think it's the campaign stuff. But you don't have to do that. Yeah, I only installed the multiplayer. Hey Dakota. This is what we're doing today is Battlefield multiplayer. About 10 years ago, I streamed Battlefield multiplayer through the end of the year. And so I thought it would be a cool, like, you know, throwback. So this is the last thing we're doing. I was single player this whole entire week, and we're going to end it off with some just more casual, you know, competitive multiplayer, if that makes sense. Why do all of these shooters... Okay, there we go. All of these shooters, I swear to God, have, like, the worst menus possible. I know that there's a overkill option, but I'm not going to enable that. I'm just going to keep it on Ultra. GTAO. SSGI is higher quality, but is computationally more expensive. Okay. Alright, we'll just keep that there, I guess. Turn off film grain for now. This game has a sharpening filter again. Yeah. Here, we'll do like 20%. Might look good on the stream. You guys aren't getting HDR, but I'm just gonna leave that alone. We'll just keep it on default. A bidya that gave 39 million to Gabriel Krug, I mean Andrew Wilson, and got fired successfully. Developers, yeah, I saw that. In fact, we talked about that a couple days ago, where yeah, the CEO at EA got a nice pay bump because this game was so successful, and he worked really hard on it. Very it's just typical, isn't it? Okay, so I'm trying to. What should we do? I want to play the new maps. I want to do that. Custom search. Here we go. I'm gonna disable all this except, yeah, we'll do with these 4. These are all the maps, including the new ones. Yeah, Suro Reef and all that stuff. So we'll just keep it like this. Some of these are older Battlefield maps as well. I might have a rank, yeah. So I might have a rank because Battlefield had a free weekend some weeks ago. So I guess I did play this for like a little bit, but it was only a little bit. Something was going on that day. It was just like, I didn't want to start a single player game. But I have not really delved into the Battlefield multiplayer since the beta. Thank you for this game. Maybe wait, the UI for this game made me want to puke. There's a lot of pop-ups in the game, and the menu is horrible. Yeah, it's Call of Duty is like the worst offender, where everything's like a sub menu, and it's just really terrible. I don't know why these competitive shooters, like, you know, they can't just create a simple menu. Like people did it in the past. It's like a big problem now. Oh, I'm not even starting. Hey Tyler, thanks for these streams. It's been a very fun journey. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. It's been really uplifting to be able to stream for you guys. It's been you know, a crazy experience. I did not expect to be 3 games. Wow, we're gonna actually do Suro Reef. This is the new map. I think there's 2 new maps. So yeah, it means a lot, and I'm really grateful for you guys being here. And again, we're just gonna keep this nice and casual and relaxing. I'm not gonna try not to get too heavily into this, but if I'm having fun. Alright. I don't even have like the ability to, oh, I do have the ability to customize my class. Okay. I was like hold on. I kind of like the sniper class a bit, but yeah, and then I was the D, okay. So this seems like it saved my progress from the PlayStation free weekend that was like a month or 2 ago. So we'll do this. There's a huge list of indies I wish you got to play during the streams, but maybe someday. Yeah, again, these are kind of like this is a pilot of stuff I would like to do in the future. So you could think about this as a way of, you know, you getting to see me play some games that I normally wouldn't play, and do some other stuff that I would love to do as well. So, again, if you liked this, and it seems like all you guys did, then I hope to do something like this in the future. When exactly that will be, I don't know. This is crazy. I will check out... Ooh. I will check out some other multiplayer as well. We'll see what happens. Like, if I'm having a lot of fun with Battlefield, I literally might just, you know, stick with it. Keep it, you know, kind of straightforward. But if there's other, like, like, I have Delta Force installed, but, you know, we'll see. How do I turn off my light again? T? There we go. And then what's my melee? That's a spawn beacon. I don't know what... Oh, F. F is melee. Okay. Sensitivity's a bit low on this mouse, so I'm gonna have to adjust that. Let me know how to stream is, by the way. This is the first time I'm actually, you know, using the internet in a heavy way because I'm streaming and playing competitive multiplayer. So, fuck. Yeah, I need to increase the sensitivity here. Infantry mouse aim. Let's put this up a little bit. Oh yeah, that's much better. Okay. I would like to change my key bindings, but Jesus. Here we go. UI key bindings. Oh UI key bindings? Gunner keep? Why? See, this is already really bad. Look at this menu. Oh my god. Crouch toggle is C, okay. Prone is Z. I would like prone to be X, which is melee takedown. I'd like it to be middle mouse button. Oh, you can't do middle? Oh wait, here we go. Middle mouse button. Ping. Oh, that's the ping thing. Okay, I thought Q was spot. Jeez. Enter exit vehicle. This is so, like, why there's like 1,000 different options here, which makes it all just really frustrating. Yeah, grenade, we already did grenade E. Face gear, I'll do G. This, okay, I'm just gonna reset it, because there's so many options that it's just like, you'd have to spend like 20 minutes looking through the entire list. I'll just get used to it. I love this DMR. We got it. I'm so glad Rush is back, man. I love this in Bad Company too. Ooh, in there. Not a bad start, huh? Can I not climb up there? Oh. I just realized I have a stream. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix that on my end. Hold on 1 second, guys. That is not the right window. I have all this stuff open and it's confusing. There we go. Okay. This is a no, that's a video stream. Give me 1 sec, guys. I just realized I had the YouTube thing open instead of my stream details. There we go. Okay, so now I should be able to see everyone's chat and the analytics. Okay, we're good. We're back. I'm eating some Applejack cereal, and you love cereal. Really hoping we get more stream weeks like this in the future. Thank you. I will try to accommodate and do my best. Again, I was really just kind of curious to see if I had an audience that would want to watch these, and it seems that I do. It's a small audience, but you guys are very consistent, you know? Most of you guys showed up just for about every stream, which is just great. It tells me that, you know, if I start to do these more regularly, people would be interested. Might be a separate audience from my regular YouTube videos, but that's fine. A couple things need to happen first, though. I do need to, you know, get another gaming computer. Build a whole new one. And, you know, this is obviously, like, the worst time to build a gaming PC. Oh, fuck. I was looking at see if I had any grenades. Well, that sucked. I love that Bad Company 2. All the Russian voices or all the Russians are voiced by the same actor. Is that that's really true? Like, that's funny. I never knew that myself. I have Bad Company 2 as well. And, you know, it is, EA shut down the servers, but you can download something that allows the, you know, fan-run servers to be accessible. So you can play Bad Company 2 still. Shit, fuck. That sucked. I don't know where they are. They're over there. Okay, I see them. Hiding behind all that shit. Yeah, I really wanted a Bad Company 3, Tyler. That to me would just be incredible, and we still have not had it, and it's been so long that there's now an audience that has never played those games and has no idea what people are talking about. So it really kind of sucks. I think overall, like, I don't know, I jump between Battlefield 3 and Bad Company 2 as being my favorite Battlefield games. I also like that. Battlefield 1 was the last one I really, really enjoyed. And then we have this one, which I really did love the multiplayer for, the beta. Nice. I've become a regular viewer for your streams. These are relaxing and amazing, and it's fun to watch you play and complete all these different games. Well, thank you. Shit. Yeah, I would like the streams to kind of turn into some game playthroughs and also kind of like a sandbox where we just, again, we try different things. It would probably encourage me as well to jump on games that I may not necessarily, you know, have played myself if it was just me. So stuff like Peak that we just did earlier today, or that Cups and Cat game, or the you know, Akeenbot, like stuff like that, where it's kind of like, hey, you should check these out. I wouldn't say the streams would be 100% that. They would still be a focus on the games that I'd want to play. But it would be a way to also celebrate that. Oh, this is cool, man. This is just like the, oh, shit. This is just like that Battlefield 4 map. Fuck. This is a sniper's paradise right here. This is really cool. I'm trying to destroy this building. Oh my god, that guy got blown to hell. Oh, we're gonna win this very quickly, huh? Oh, this is really cool, man. It's nice being able to get review keys for indies. I honestly get review keys. I get like a couple of them a month just for like random shit. So it happens a little more often than you guys may realize. Fuck. And a lot of times they do just go unused. I don't ask for them, they just send them to me. Like the Cubs and Cat game. I'm like, I would never, like, it's just bizarre. Like, I would never have tried that out. And they'll be like, I'll just get like an email saying, hey, you know, here's this game. If you want to stream it, we'd really appreciate it. Or we want to do videos on it, we'd really appreciate it. I'm like, thanks. We didn't get to play it, but Sleep Awake was another one of those games. That game I was actually somewhat interested in playing. But yeah, I got a review code for that. I got a review code for this other, I think it's a indie or double A. It's called Will Follow the Light. I got that a couple months ago. I did not play the story yet for Battlefield 6. Yeah, I did not hear good things, though. Wonder what indies they will give you next. Yeah. These streams might be a reason, you know, to utilize those more often. All right, I want to customize my item. Ooh, this looks, wow, this is very different. I know that they're bringing back and doing alterations of some of the classic maps while adding in new maps as well. So I guess we'll see what these are. And I'm going to be streaming here till 5 p.m., so it's going to be like a 3-hour stream, okay? Mostly Battlefield. Again, we might try out some other ones, but if I haven't really got into Battlefield since the beta, and I'd much rather play this than Call of Duty, even though I don't think... I have Call of Duty Black Ops 6 and 7 sealed for PS5, but I still haven't, you know, played them yet, and I don't think Jake owns them. And they're not family shared anyway, so I need to go on his Steam account and utilize it that way. I had to buy Battlefield 6 for this stream, though, because you saw it installed on Steam, because Jacob owns it, but if you go to start it, it says purchase instead of, you know, play. So I went and bought it. Luckily, it's 50% off right now, so I went and got it for $30 or $35 or whatever it is. It's taking a while to load. Come on, man. You heard Black Ops 7 is not that great? I think people like parts of the multiplayer. I played the beta, and I liked it more than Black Ops 6. But, the multiplayer, that is. But yeah, it's just, you know, it's Call of Duty. I can't believe we're still waiting here, man. Like, come on. Is there a network issue? My stream's working fine. Everything's smooth, but I wonder if there's a server issue. This is this is only the second game we're trying to play here. Am I gonna have to force quit out of this? Ugh. Sleep Awake would be a good follow-up to routine. Yeah. It's definitely not the same type of game, but it's you know, it's more kind of I guess it's more similar to titles like Gone Home, if you remember that way back in the day, but yeah. Black Ops 7 is good, it's just the campaign that's horrible. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I remember liking the beta for Black Ops 7 more than the beta I played for Black Ops 6. Even though I could do without the jumping and stuff, it's like, it's fine, you know. Alright, I'm seriously about to, like, quit out on this. Like, this is already kind of, like, no. It says... Alright. Let's try this again. Something was up there. I think, something with the server. Maybe Andrew Wilson will get another 5 million if there's no issues connecting. Alright. Guess we'll just do the same thing. Custom search. By the way, anyone who has this, feel free to jump in the game. Oh, here we go. A Scarab House, Siege of Cairo. And it's just Team Deathmatch. Let's try a different class, I guess. I like this DMR a lot, but I don't know if it'd be good for, you know... Team Deathmatch. Yeah, let's go with, like, this. And then, fucking menus. You have to go to Customize. Change some things here. Yeah, let's do... one. Oh, these are the same. Alright, I'll do that. Miss the old days of Call of Duty 4 where all you had to worry about was like 3 things. Literally just 3 things. That's all you had to worry about, and then the color of your gun was like a list of 12 things. And you didn't have to pay for it because it was just part of the game. Alright. Ooh. Fuck! I couldn't move my mouse over fast enough. The whole squad was there. Alright, we got this, and then just a pistol. Oh. Oh, what the f... Why did it do that? I think, oh god. I pushed this side button on my mouse. Oh... This cycles through all this. All this stuff is mapped in the game by default. There's too many controls, man. That's a gas grenade. Feel free to, guys, just feel free to ask me anything. I know it's multiplayer, so there's really not much to comment on besides what's happening here. So, I'm just reacting to the game, but, you know, feel free to have a conversation either amongst yourselves or with me. I'll look when I can. Nice. Am I more of a Battlefield or COD fan? I would say I'm more of a Battlefield fan, although I started off as a Call of Duty fan. I obviously got into Call of Duty 4 very heavily in 2007, 2008. You know, that was like everybody's life back then. And I pretty much remained a hardcore... I played every Call of Duty since, but I stopped really, like... I'd probably say I put more time into Modern Warfare 2, the original Modern Warfare 2, than Bad Company 2, but I enjoyed both of them a lot. And then Call of Duty kind of fell off with the 8th generation, and I got really into Battlefield. Battlefield 1 was just phenomenal. I put a lot of time into that game. Did not care for Battlefield 5. It got a bit better over time, but yeah, did not care for it much in comparison. And then, obviously, Battlefield fell off. And then I just wasn't really playing much multiplayer. And now we have the well, kind of Call of Duty almost rekindled itself, right, with Modern Warfare 2019. But I didn't like the multiplayer of Modern Warfare 2019. I did not. I liked Modern Warfare 2, And even Cold War I liked, but I did not care for Modern Warfare 2019. I knew I was gonna die. Now we have Battlefield that has kind of rekindled itself. So it just kind of goes through cycles. But I really just... I'm not a fan of modern multiplayer design, which is, you know, play it infinitely for as long as possible. And, you know, everything's seasons-based. So you have to keep playing it, and it's only available for a limited time. It's all about cosmetics and, you know, spending more money. I don't like that. It's become less about the game. And I'm just not really much of a fan of that, so I don't really play multiplayer, and plus my time's more limited compared to what it was before. It's just not something I really do. At least I'm not completely hopeless. Perhaps playing Halo... Oh! Perhaps playing Halo and some other FPSs over this week has been kind of practice. How's it going, Brett? Welcome. Again, just casual stream. Feel free to conversate or ask me anything, I guess. Oh, really? He's not dead? Hit the gas grenade. Oh, is that adrenaline? I meant to prone. No Man's Sky 10 years update is coming on August 12th. Will be huge. It's so crazy to me that that game just keeps going. I am grateful, Tyler, by the way, that you did not ask me to play No Man's Sky. Thank you. I was honestly waiting for you to say that. A part of me was like, I'm gonna get asked to play No Man's Sky. But I appreciate that you didn't. The last time I played No Man's Sky was 2018, whenever they did that like complete redo update where they added third person. I forgot what it was called, but that was the last time I played No Man's Sky, and then I quickly realized that I was like, yeah, this game isn't for me. Have you ever dealt with stick drift before? I have personally... Well, actually, no, I have. I have dealt with it on... I think I dealt with it on a DualShock 4. The original DualShock 4. Before they did the whole new thing with the light bar on top. But it hasn't affected... Like, I never had an issue with the Nintendo Switch. And that seemed to be like a big one. So I never really got affected by that. I'm gonna edit some out of here. But yeah, it hasn't really been like an issue for me. Again. In your library, I saw you got a lot of indie gems and was like, let's let him play this. Well, I'm glad that you recognize a few of those. Obviously, you know, an issue with having too many games is you just become overwhelmed. And there's so many people. Hey, not that I'm complaining, right? Because I'm family sharing. There's a lot of people in the family share that will buy things but do not play them. And Jacob is guilty of that as well. Like, they'll buy things but they do not play it right away. So what often happens is, like, for a good chunk of new releases, they just get purchased by somebody. But I was the first to beat Halo out of everyone. You know? And even, like, Routine. Like, no one played that. Someone, I think it was Jacob who bought that because I think I told him about the game when it first came out, and I think he bought it, like, when it first came out. I'm almost sure he did. So yeah, a lot of stuff like that happens. Alright, we're going back to a Conquest, so that means I'm going to go to a Recon class again. I want to edit this. We have a different site now. Do 3 times or 4 times? We'll stick with this, I guess, for now. Ooh, fast mag. No. I would like to have a bit more, like, rapid fire on this. I guess that would be the trigger here. Maybe optic accessory. No. Basic. Ooh, better mobility, but what is that over here? Like, it hurts bullet penetration as well. Alright, I'll stick with this and we'll work on upgrading and getting some stuff unlocked for there. This pistol is like the only pistol that I have. Let's change the sight. I don't have the points for that. Okay. Just waiting. A lot of people, yeah, like, I don't think, I think you would be too scared. That's a really scary game. I wouldn't blame anyone for being too afraid to play that. Routine. That game's fucking terrifying. But now I know, see, the thing is, now I know that game, and I know the expectations, and I guess the layouts and what's going to happen, so, like, if I were to play it again a second time, I would still probably get the tension, but I wouldn't be too afraid, right? If we get Stray 2, I guess they will add co-op. I'd like to see that. I really like Stray. That'd be kind of cool. You're playing Max Payne 3, great game. Cannot wait for the Max Payne remakes. We were just mentioning that, I wonder if James McCaffrey, before he passed, did his voice lines for the remake of Max Payne 1 2. If they are going to redo, you know, his, or re-record his voice lines, I imagine that they would. But I don't know now, because, you know, he's no longer with us, unfortunately. So, I'm really looking forward to those with great anticipation. I remember being so excited for Max Payne 3. I did a full playthrough of that game. That was pretty poor. It was pretty bad because, like, I had, like, people over at my house and they kept, like, interrupting me while I was playing the game. So if you watch, like, those videos, you'll hear, like, people in the background. And, like, I was doing the playthrough. I think Jacob and his brother were over, and then I had some, like, family over. And I was just, I don't know what, like, I was so excited for the game, I guess I just didn't want to wait to play it. Damn it. I didn't want to wait to play it, so I just, like, did it. It's rumored that Roger Clark did Max Payne. Really? Okay. It would be different, sure, but you know what? I could see it fitting the character a bit. Okay, that wouldn't be too bad. That wouldn't be too bad. That'd be something interesting and different. And then I wonder if for Max Payne, you know, Max Payne 1 just has Sam Lake's face like pasted onto the character like a photograph. So I'm kind of curious if for Max Payne 1 they're gonna, you know, actually keep his regular model, or they're gonna do something like they did in Alienware 2, right, and just use him, Sam Lake, that is. Do I think Rockstar would develop Max Payne 4 in-house or let Remedy do it? I honestly don't think we'll get Max Payne 4. And you know what? I'm happy with the way Max Payne 3 ended. Max Payne 3 was like an exhausting story, but it felt like a fitting end to that character. So I want to save him, but yeah. I'm here. Fuck, dude. Anyway, I don't think that we would get it, but who knows? If we were to get it, I think... I mean, Remedy really loves Max Payne, and they're letting him do the remakes. That's not what I wanted. So perhaps it's possible, but I almost think it... I feel it would be done in-house. Fuck. I saw him through the window there. Gotta keep moving. This Conquest that we're playing. I can do a good impression of Max Payne. Game runs great, only issue was the long loading. Yeah. It's a competitive multiplayer title. Although I do like the Frostbite engine a lot. I think Arthur Morgan is like a top 3 best characters of all time. Yeah, they did a great job. Yeah, and you have to imagine how, like, it must have been... I mean, those are some pretty big shoes to fill, right? John Marston. But I felt like, you know, with Arthur Morgan, they did a great job. You know, it was a different style of character. And the way that I played Red Dead Redemption 2 is I kind of started off playing as like an asshole. And then as the twist happens in that story, progressively towards the ending, I started feeling, you know, he starts to get more like sentimental. And so I changed up my like gameplay with that. I was being like a nicer person. But yeah, that's the wonderful character and storytelling. Right there, man.
Be advised, the enemy is taking Delta.
I didn't realize they're winning, by the way. I only have one claymore. Oh, come on, man. Prep for console in the future. Schedule 1 got controller support update today. Did it really? Interesting.
Need a medic.
We were just talking about that, right? The possibility of it coming to console and very soon. That's really cool.
Hostiles now hold more objectives. Out.
Just give me a sec.
Enemy forces have control, but we're closing the gap.
Come on. There we go. There's only one place to shoot. You like Schedule 1 as well, Dakota? Yeah. Oh my god! I'm sure it'll do well on console.
Need a medic.
I guess they'd have to adapt the UI and everything to,
Objective marked. We need you supporting the attack.
you know, to work well with a controller. But the game's kind of straightforward, so I don't think it'd be too difficult. Oh my god. No, these guys have much better weapons. Try something else here? I'm trying to think what I have. These are all the guns. I never got to see all the weapons that they have. Okay. Everything's like renamed as well. We got SMGs here. I have like barely anything unlocked. Should we try sniper for a bit? This probably isn't the right map for a sniper, but give it a go. We need more young developers. Scheduled dev is 22 when he released the game in 2025. Wow. And the game is massively successful already. I just didn't know it was that big. When I played it, I was like, I wasn't expecting this almost open world. Oh! Shot him in the butt. Approaching E here. I knew he was coming around. I was like, fuck. 007 First Light is the first from... Oh, your first stream. Was it what you expected or better? I only played, like, you know, I feel like I barely played it, so I don't really feel equipped to be able to give an opinion on it. I really liked what I played, though. It feels like a game that is of a different era. AAA, that is. Oh, my God. Come on, man. So, I like it so far, but again, I feel like I just barely scratched the surface of it. I think if you get into levels and there's multiple ways to complete the missions, which is, from what I understand, you know, it's like Hitman, so you kind of get to explore around. I'd probably fall completely in love with it, because that's exactly what I wanted the Hitman devs to do with Bond, you know, take some of those elements. And that's exactly what it seems like they did.
Objective Bravo is under our control.
What the... I can't see because of the smoke. Thank you. Oh my god. Never claimed to be good with snipers, by the way. I'm usually not. On controller, on console, it's a little bit easier because the aim assist is a bit more heavy. It's an enemy. Maybe I shouldn't do this. Have I played Delta Force 2? I have not. I was only interested in playing it on my own because of the Black Hawk Down story thing, which I guess is free. So, you know, I just wanted to play that section of it, but I have not actually played the multiplayer. It's basically Battlefield, yeah. That's what it is, right? It's kind of like Battlefield, except a bit more team-based, maybe slightly larger maps. That same general premise. Alright, we're gonna go back to our DMR. We have this, which would, less mobility because it's a lot more control. Let's do that. This is our fast mag. Oh, give me 1 second, guys. Hold on, I'm gonna recall. Guys, give me 1 second. I just have to check something really quick. Sorry.
The enemy is attacking Alpha. Hostiles now hold objective Echo.
Objective Echo is in enemy hands.
All right, I'm so sorry. Just had to check something for 5 seconds. I'm surprised I didn't die.
Hold objective Bravo.
Everything's good. Like I said, everyone's coming home today, so it's the last stream.
Been captured by hostiles. Attack support needed on
H is,
last objective.
yeah, I want to hide the chat thing. Oh my god. Yeah, this probably isn't a good scope for long range or mid to long range. I like this DMR because, you know, it's pretty powerful for what it is. But I think slightly magnified optic. I guess we'll just try it out, see if we like it more. Okay. Slightly bigger optic bullseye. Fuck. Alright, we need to capture some points, man. One thing I will say about this game, and I think this is why I really loved Battlefield 1, is because Battlefield 1 was like super quick. Like the pacing of the gunplay. Like it was really fast. The other games here do not seem like they are, you know, they kind of moved as quickly. Everything about Battlefield 1 was like really fast, and you know, the way your character moved.
Objective Charlie is being captured by hostiles.
Up here too. Did you want to see me try Delta Force? Whoever asked that? Brett? Because I think I do have that installed.
I spotted a hostile sniper in our AO.
Objective marked. We need you to support the attack.
That's just bad aiming on my side. Dakota would like to see Delta Force? Okay. I think it's already installed, so I would just need to start it up. So we can try that maybe a little bit later. I'd like to at least get used to the feel of Battlefield a bit. And, you know, play it. Of course, I want to play the new maps and stuff. So we'll do this for a bit. Hey. It's okay. Let me just check something.
Forces are still ahead in the fight. Let's regroup. Defensive position needed on the marked objective.
1 second.
I have spotted a hostile sniper in our AO. Hostile forces are still ahead in the fight. Let's regroup.
it rains, it fucking pours, huh? I had like it was like a special like delivery for somebody, and I'm sitting there. I get a call from them. They're like, "Hey, you know, said there was something out the door." Ugh. All right, I'm fine. Everything's fine. Just had to sign for something. Just mail. It's okay. It's the last stream. We're not like on the freaking clock here. Do you know why this game died out so quick? I mean, it's still, like, the player base is active enough. I don't know, I just think, you know, these are franchises, like, that have been around forever. And I also think that Battlefield has a certain challenge to it over Call of Duty that people just don't care for. You know? They just don't. The class-based stuff, you know, I think some people just want to ignore that and just kill things. It's just a different time than it was 10 years ago, you know?
We need attack support on the marked objective.
Look at this guy. Why can't I hit him from here? There we go. Faster gun here. I'm gonna try out one of the assault rifles. This is the basic one. So, you like the look of this map? I think this is a beta map. This is the New York or San Francisco map. Yeah. New York or San Francisco, one of those. Oh my god, how many headshots was that? It was like... Oh wait, hold on. Get revived here. Nope, never mind. What is this? We're capturing the... Oh, this is Breakout, I think. You have to capture the objective and push them back. Now, they're doing a great job defending. I will give them that. They got every single corner, like, locked down. This might be beneficial to be a sniper.
We're taking casualties.
Yeah, no shit. Try to sniper again. What is this one? They're all the same damage. This one has... Well, this one's just better overall. scope. Yeah, we'll keep it at 3 times. Alright. Try if I have some luck with this sniper on this stage. Go. Nice. Let's get this guy.
Let's go.
He went around. Again, he died. Oh! Random question: do you prefer gaming on a TV or monitor? Interesting. I certainly, you know. So here, I mean, I got really great displays, right? I got pretty much the best TV of 2023 and 2024. It won both years. That's how good it is. The Sony A95L, that's what that is. 77-inch. QD OLED, 4K, 120 hertz, and it's professionally accurate. It's a Master Series. And then what I'm gaming on right now, in the description of this stream, and actually all the streams, you can see the entire specs of the PC. But this is the Alienware AW 3425DW, which is a 34-inch, 3440 by 1440 QD OLED ultra-wide monitor, 21 by 9, 240 hertz. Because of the stream, and just it's better, you know, it's better for viewing, I have it down to, you know, 16 by 9, so I have big black bars on the left and right of the screen right here. I could try going ultra-wide, actually, but, you know, for you guys, you would either have to deal with black bars on the top and bottom to get the full picture, or I just stretch it out. So, just for reference, we could do this. Hold on. There we go. So if I do... In fact, I might have to change my Windows settings here, because this is the way it kind of works. So if I change the Windows settings to... There we go. And then I change this... It looks kind of fine for you guys. Well, actually, you're losing a bit of the screen right here, but hold on. Give me a sec. This might be because I'm streaming it. I can't even get out of this menu. There's not even a save option. I think I just broke the game. Yeah, this is all wrong. See, now it's like ultra stretched. Hold on. Windows D. That looks correct. I think I just ruined the game by doing that. Alright, well, it's not supposed to look like that. It's like really zoomed in for you guys. But ideally, you know, it should look like this. So I could do like this, I guess. You know? And like that's the full picture. But it's stretched out. Like the aspect ratio is just wrong. And I can't even hit... yeah, see, this is 16 by 9 stretched out to 21 by 9. So the entire aspect ratio is just incorrect. This is what I get for wanting to show a difference. The resolution is wrong as well. Well, I'll switch it back afterwards, but this whole thing is just wrong. I have like a really stretched image on my side. Anyway, that's an idea of what it's supposed to look like. With a correct aspect ratio. Ah, I think we killed each other. We're back to 16:9. It's beyond terrible. The game won't even let, so I'd have to quit the game because it's not even like, it's just wrong. This whole thing is just wrong. Why can't you just change the resolution? Like, this is a basic thing. Where's the save option? Oh, you need X to apply. This menu's so bad. Alright. Now it's correct. When it's full screen. There we go. So, like, yeah, if I were to play... If I was, like, playing without the borders all the time, you guys would have to, like, look at games like this. And I just don't want to do that to you. Because it's just... You know... It doesn't look good for YouTube. Most people are watching on 16:9 anyway. I guess if you're watching your phone, it's fine. Yeah, now it's fucked up again. Give me a sec, hold on. Let's take care of this. If I reset the whole thing. You need Elo's ex-wife's dot... What? I don't even know what that reference is to. There we go. It's okay. I'm a professional gameplay streamer. I promise. Fuck, man. Alright, well, besides my rant, I mean, I don't know. I like the big screen experience, to answer your question, Dakota. Yeah, I realized there, I'm like, maybe I should not have shown email address, but whatever. Yeah, it's... Stupid fucking game, I swear to God. You have to select the mode and then confirm the mode that you want to play, but then you have to confirm that you want to look for a game in the modes that you just confirmed that you want to play. It's like just back and forth. At least we get a new map here. Is this the sniper or the DMR? This is the... No, I want the DMR. Here we go. Now we get a basic sight. Here we go. Oh, variable. Oh, that looks stupid. That looks really stupid. All right. Got 20 seconds here. Sorry about that, guys.
All units, kill order confirmed. Destroy all targets.
Whoa, right in my face.
We are tracking you outside the combat zone.
What are we playing here? Is this Team Deathmatch? I think it is.
You're leaving the battlefield. Return to combat.
God forbid I just get up on a cliff. I personally like TV, even playing my desktop PC games in the past on TV because smaller streams don't work for me. I mean, I think for competitive gaming, I definitely want a smaller screen, but I really do like the big screen experience, the theater experience, and I want, like, I don't care for headphones and the fake surround sound that they have. These are really nice, though. These are the Audis Maxwell 2s, so, like, if you're gonna get headphones for gaming, these are pretty much the best that you can get. I don't care for, like, I want the big screen experience, and I want, like, tower speakers, you know, native 5.1 surround sound or Atmos. You know, like, I want, like, the actual theater experience. So, there is an appeal for me when it comes to that. But,
We're here. Take what you can.
I think playing games like this, you know, yeah, I like the smaller, I guess, form factor of the PC. On top of that as well, I will say that ultra-wide is just really fantastic. So, like, it doesn't appear small when you're looking at it, right? Right now, for me, this is constrained, this image, but if I was playing on the full ultra-wide setup, then it would be much more immersive, because the thing's like wrapping around you, right? It like fills your field of view. Anyway, but yeah, that's just kind of where my preferences lie. Butchered. Alright, you know what I want to do, though? Let's try out Delta Force. We might come back to Battlefield after and just do the new maps, because, I hope I'm not getting stuck in another loading glitch here. I'll try out Delta Force, just because I haven't played it before. Be kind of cool. This is how long it takes to actually quit a game. Are they they for real here? There's something wrong with this game. If it takes that long to quit a match, they're out of their minds. Come on, man. Alright, I know Delta Force is installed. Delta Force. Oh. There we go. Oh, we have to update it. Hopefully it's not bad. Oh, it's less than a gig. Okay. Yeah, we'll try out that. I'll accept the EULA. The anticipation is wild, isn't it? The hell is this? Log in and link your... What? I have to register with a different, like, login? Seriously? Wrong one. I have to literally register with a different thing. I don't even know if I have an account. Nope, I do not have an account. It's gonna send me a verification, I guess. Everyone wants your information these days. It's absolutely ridiculous. Yep, it's exactly what they want. Country and region, United States. Oh, there it is. I was gonna say the U.S. is even on there. You have to scroll down. It's the last one. Okay. And then there, it comes with a launcher. All right, we're launching the game. Sorry about that. At least the internet isn't crapping out. That's good. Oh, Hamster, you played this, huh? It's my first time playing this, by the way. I played the Black Hawk Down campaign in co-op. Okay. Did you like it at all? Because that was my only interest. Oh, wonderful. Enter identity information. Is this like... I guess that's my online ID. They couldn't just use my Steam name. It was challenging and surprisingly good. Okay, well that actually makes me feel a bit better about playing it myself, because I didn't know if it was just kind of like this side thing. But that was like my only interest in this game, was to try that out. But I'll go ahead and see what the multiplayer's about here. Can't skip this at all.
Operators, we are arriving at the target area. This mission is going to be difficult. You need to gather the supplies by yourself. Asara is in chaos now. Multiple factions have taken control of different sectors.
I think Black Hawk Down campaign is better than Battlefield 6 campaign. I was really hoping Battlefield 6 campaign would be really good.
Belongings and vice versa.
Because, you know,
Make sure you
different direction, different people, but everyone has told me, like, it's really, really kind of lackluster.
Then time to scoot.
Is this a tutorial thing?
Eliminate enemies to get supplies.
Should I just go back to the lobby? I guess this is a tutorial.
Prepare to open fire on enemy targets. Once you're eliminated, you will lose all gear and weapons.
Oh, what the hell?
But you won this
It's
time.
a toggle
Go
with the
collect your
aim.
spoils.
I'd have to turn that off. Settings, aim toggle. Oh my god, oh my god. There's so many options. Oh my god. Here we go. Aim. Yeah, hold. Jesus. There we go. Okay. Collect loot. Wait. And we have really low sensitivity. Hold on.
Locate
Better.
the safe on the map to find
Yeah.
high-value items.
How about locate the person who can actually create intuitive menus? Oh my god! Dude, this is like... This reminds me of PUBG. I don't even know what to do here. Okay. Alright, whatever. Does it matter? Press M.
Mark that finding high-value items usually comes with risk.
I didn't think it was like...
Use the detection arrow to scan the area.
I didn't think it was like this. What does it want me to press X to bring up the detection arrow? The detection arrow.
Guns up now.
Found them.
Compete with others for high value. Once again, if you are eliminated, all carried supplies are lost. But as the
These
winner,
FPS shooters
you can
really do have the
collect
worst
your spoils
menus.
now.
So it's kind of like a combination of Battle Royale. Oh my god. It's like a combination of all these games. I mean, I don't even know what I'm selecting. It's like too much.
Pick up high-value items from the safe and extract with them. Exchange these items for funds at the black site to get better gear.
Oh my god. It's just loot. It's like all this loot, constant loot. Why would I want that? It's 90,000. Okay.
Find and move to the extraction point. When the countdown is over, you'll safely extract with all your carried out. There may be enemies around the extraction point. Stay alert.
Hey, Axel. This is
Cautious about
This
the
is,
remaining time, and make sure you arrive at the extraction point
Delta
successfully
Force.
Extracted. Next, the spoils will be.
we switched from Battlefield, went to Delta Force. I might go back to Battlefield. Or just play the new maps of Battlefield. More like Escape from Tarkov, yeah. I'm like... This is like... It's like a lot of information to, like, remember. Wow.
Click Move All to move all the items to your stash.
Can I just play the game? I just want to shoot some people.
In the Lounge of Tactical Turmoil, you will find the entrances of all functions and game
Oh my
modes.
god, the frame rate's horrible, too. Is there, Extreme graphics. Oh, it has FSR 3. Okay. FSR 3 Wow. Went to performance mode and the frame rate's still that bad? There we go. It's just a frame rate cap. Oh, wow. This is, okay. This is different. This is the lobby for the game. Start. Here we go.
Don't
Okay.
you worry. I'll bring you back.
Oh, good. How do I... I'm just being inundated with options. No map selected. Just
Begin your
prepare.
first operation. Command will keep eyes on it.
So black site, 0 dam.
Zero Dam is full of dangers. Be very careful.
What?
Choose a battlefield that
I don't know
allows
where
you
I'm
to showcase
going.
your strengths.
Warfare.
Attention soldiers, the following are key points.
Attack. Okay, this looks like multiplayer. Okay. Classic. Okay. It's like in a completely different thing. Limited time for these modes. Okay, this looks like Conquest almost. Alright, let's try this. I wasn't like thinking to myself like, oh yeah, you know, this is gonna... I didn't think it was like this. You may not like it because of all the inventory stuff. It can get pretty stressful. I mean, if it's got good gameplay, then fine, but it's definitely not like a game you can just jump into, huh? It takes some time. At first, I thought you were playing Modern Warfare 4. It looks so similar. Yeah, there's some animations straight from Call of Duty, right? No, I do not have access to Modern Warfare 4. The beta's in, what, at the end of the month, right? I hope there's people playing this. And this is free to play too, right? Like, you don't need to buy the game. It's Saturday afternoon. Is really no one playing this? This is so Battlefield 2042. Yeah. I kind of see what you mean there. Ugh. Is it even possible to play the game? Like... What, it started in California, now it's expanding to the US, and now it's expanding to the world. It said it would take 17 seconds. That's the estimated time. This might not be possible. Maybe it's just this game mode. No, cancel. Can I just... Okay, let's try, How do I select the mode I want to play, though? There we go. Wait, no, that's just this mode. Start. Featured 8. Oh, there we go. Okay, can we just do this then? Here, the first option. The very first option. So it's finding players. That other thing said 63 of 64. So, like, it gets stuck right here. So it gets stuck at, like, the last person. Am I doing something wrong? Someone tell me. These are classic modes. Rotates at 1 hour. Alright, King of the Hill. Classic mode. Someone said, "Dog, this ain't Arc Raiders." I tried Arc Raiders the beta. Hey, I'll even try Arc Raiders if people want to see that. Because it doesn't seem like this is possible right now. There's something going on. Is it because I'm ranked? Or it says ranked off. But does it have something to do with this? Oh my god, I was about to quit too. Alright, let's go with this guy, I guess. Oh my god, no. I gotta mute the microphone and turn off the chat.
Visual on the port defenses confirmed. Strike group Swordfish. Requesting intel update.
Copy that. More
It says that there are over 124,000 players on Steam, so I don't know what's going on.
Where's Oscar?
No, I don't care where Oscar is. Turn it off. My dog's looking at me. He's like, give me attention. Where's the fucking... Just mute it all. Mute it all.
Enemy
Off.
forces control the majority of
Oh.
sectors.
Okay. Giant map.
Tactical gear in
I
this
know,
mode.
I
Need
can
to
see.
gain enough strategic
Dog's like looking at me
resources
like,
to
stop
move.
streaming.
Keep an eye on the perimeter.
Objective Delta is under attack.
Alright, I'm just gonna start going somewhere. Hopefully the maps aren't so huge to the point where... What sense does this make? What?
Sector Bravo secured. The enemy holds most of the
These
sector.
stairs lead nowhere. They lead nowhere. What is the point of being up here? What does this room serve? What purpose does it serve? You go up and there's one control box. What am I supposed to do up here? Alright, let's just... I guess let's just get out of here. Go outside. Ooh. My mouse sensitivity was way off there. Here. Alright. It's gonna take me a bit to just get used to it. I have not played Delta Force before. Yeah, it is my first time. I don't... I've seen gameplay of it. Again, I was interested in the Black Hawk Down campaign, but that's about it. But, yeah, I'm a bit,
We control
put
the
off by
majority
all
of
the
sectors.
options, no doubt.
Objective Alpha is ours.
Giant maps. Yeah, I knew he was coming. I heard the car.
Not enough sectors are under our control.
Alright. Maps in this game aren't very good compared to other games. What is this? I don't know what I'm doing, man. Alright, I'm gonna try to go for, I guess, C. We'll try to do that.
All sectors lost. We have to take them back.
Back in this boat again.
Allied troops launching an assault on Objective Charlie.
Alright, I'm taking C. I guess I'll just wait and sit here. easy or something.
Smoke barrage ready.
It's supposed to be a chill stream. We'll relax. I'll calm down for a bit. What the f- I'll calm down.
Sector Charlie captured.
This guy's stuck.
Charlie is ours.
Someone here, too. Alright, we got him. Self-heal. Again. Go into this pipe here. Okay.
The enemy has taken over objective Charlie.
This kind of reminds me of that game Crossfire X from a couple years ago that like came out on Xbox and then like quickly died. And then they got like Remedy did single player campaigns for them, and then you can now never play those because the entire game is taken offline. Yeah, it's a very like it's really not welcoming to like new players at all. Like again, the single player campaign was where my interest lied, but.
Operation failed.
I don't even know what I'm doing.
Mistakes and come back stronger.
Crossfire X was so bad I couldn't play it at all. Yeah. It like, I think it died in less than a year. Look how cheesy this looks. I'm sitting there like fist bumping people and it says my score is 0. I'm like, yeah, you know, look at that. Yeah. For the team. All right, I'll try another match here, but man, it's it seems like it would take me some time. And I don't know if I'm so inclined to try it out here. The stream's going to be ending in like an hour and a half, so I might just return to Battlefield and just play the new maps. We'll try this one more time, all right? Oh, do I like the Star Wars Battlefront games? I do. I wish, I'm kind of surprised that we don't have a Battlefront 3, but we didn't have a Battlefront 3 either for the original games, so I think it's quite appropriate. Hamster says, such a tasteless Battlefield 2042 clone, but from what I've heard, the game itself is good. The, well, Battlefield 2042 was quite tasteless. I did not like that one. So it puts you back in the main menu here. Can I just... Okay, let me just try Team Deathmatch. Alright? 4v4, it seems small, and it's an opportunity just to get into the game. There we go, match found.
Good health to you, bruv. This is what I trained for.
Yeah. Look how many characters there are, too. It's like this hybrid of Call of Duty with Battlefield with a bit of Crossfire like thrown in there. This game has to be big in like Asian territories. I imagine like China loves this game. Because wasn't that the case with Crossfire? It was like huge in China, right? Alright. How am I supposed to see? What type of sight is that? What type of sight is this? It completely obscures your view. Why would I ever want a gun with a sight like that? Oh my god.
You right?
Oh my god. And there's people doing the jump and shoot thing, just like in Call of Duty. The kangaroos. I still don't see what the point of this site is. This is mildly entertaining just because it's so, like... It's just so bad. Oh, I didn't. You are right, Hamster. It's a glitch. The reticle is right through the gun. I just looked at it now and realized, like, that's not the design. That is just like, it's just wrong. And it ain't fixing itself. Maybe if someone dies here, I can pick up a new weapon. Just fire through. Oh, you can't. There's no weapons to pick up. See, this is a bit more engaging because it's a manageable map. Fuck. It's a manageable map. You know, basic team deathmatch. It's not so bad. Except this, the sight. I can't see. Oh, I didn't realize. I'm sorry because I saw your name, Hamster, above Dakota's comment. Sorry, Dakota. Why would there be a ladder up this building if you're not allowed to go there? It says return to battlefield. When you go up the ladder, that's within the map. Fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to Battlefield 6 after this one. It's fine, I guess. It's free to play, right? So, I'm not gonna knock something that's free, but it's not a great first impression. That's for sure. Not a great first impression. Although, I am interested in the campaign, the Black Ops Down thing, so the next time I probably play this, I will do that. I don't know how long it is, but maybe that would be good for a stream. God, they're all spawning here. I hope you'll read comments above. Return to Battlefield, says Del. That should be a game mode. Return to Battlefield. Unironically. What? You see this guy flying? This guy's like flying across the map. Oh my god, it's hilarious. Oh. Look, he has a jetpack! He has a jetpack. Oh. Oh, this is funny. Oh my god. I can't believe the sight on the gun never fixed. The whole time. The whole entire time. Have I played Helldivers 2? No. But I know of it. I played, like, the tutorial, so, you know, I have touched it, but, do people still play that, like, heavily? Because I feel like that also kind of died out pretty quickly. Sony had, Sony had a lot of, good luck with that. But then it just seemed to, like, fizzle out after a bit. I don't know if people play it regularly. Come on, man. Oh my god. It would really help if I could see. Is this a Chinese game? Like where it was made? It kind of feels like that. Without like the like before they kind of did the big budget single player stuff like Black Myth. I like how the music's like progressively getting more intense. Dude, I'm playing a multiplayer game. I'm sorry I missed your comments, but yeah, it's hard. Especially when it's this hilarious. Like, come on. Just spray and pray there. I'll scroll up when I have the chance. I'm gonna switch games back to the Battlefield. I will say this though, this game's free to play, so I won't fault it. You know. I'm not gonna act like, you know, it's completely unplayable. It's a very deep game, and it probably should be if it's free to play. They want you to keep playing it. I guess there's a lean feature. You know, I paid $35 for Battlefield. But if I didn't want to, I guess this isn't so bad. Just looks a bit ridiculous. Is that an airstrike? Are there perks in this? Oh my god.
Operation failed. We don't need any
Okay.
more losses today.
I think that Delta Force is just... It fucking annoys me that a bit that people doesn't know its roots and still thinks that Delta Force is just a Battlefield clone. I don't know what you're saying. Are you saying that it is a Battlefield clone, or are you saying you're pissed off because people think it's a Battlefield clone? Because I could have swore I just read comments of yours saying that you are saying it's just another Battlefield clone. Alright, I'm done with this. And, I'll check out the Black Ops Down campaign in my own time, or maybe that would be good for a stream, but that's just not for me. That's okay. That's okay. I really wanted to try out the new maps for Battlefield. We only got to play one match. It is a fucking Chinese clone that abuses a known IP, and I told about it before. Oh, so it is Chinese based. It still has a lot of players and even still gets updates and new content. And they're even doing crossovers with Halo and Killzone. Oh, okay. How often do you play multiplayer shooters? I don't play them. Less than 1% of my playtime is like multiplayer shooters these days. Like, no kidding. I'll check out the Gears beta and the Battlefield beta, but other than that, like, by the time I get to those games, I will basically, you know, won't be playing the multiplayer, because I might check out the multiplayer here and there, but it wouldn't be like a big deal to me. Alright, here's the new map, Suro Reef, and then there's one more, I thought, right? Railway to Goldmund is a Battlefield 4 map, so Operation Firestorm is Battlefield 3, I believe. So Suro Reef is the only new map? Saints Quarter? Because these are kind of existing ones. Anybody? Hugatal Base. Eastwood. Okay, well, I guess we'll try a couple of those. And just see what it does. Hey, Lloyd. Got about an hour left on the stream here, just to close it off. So far, it's been a bit of a mess. It's been a bit of a mess to close off the streams. Between Battlefield crashing, my aspect ratio completely being screwed over, me being interrupted, and then trying out Delta Force. Yeah. It's been a bit of a mess. Yeah, go ahead, Hamster. Just do it. If you really want me to acknowledge it, just go ahead. And apologies. I'm not trying to get people agitated here. It's not the point of the streams. We'll try this. Yeah, that's the one thing, Tyler, is they've been, with the updates, they've been bringing back some classic Battlefield maps, which is nice, and then kind of redoing them for, you know, the modern gameplay systems here. I hope you do know that the original Delta Force series has nothing to do with this one. I know it's an older series, but yeah, I never played it before, so I'm aware that, but I am aware that there was a game before. Black Hawk Down was a remake, from what I understand. Is this the Railway to Goldmund one? This is a Battlefield 4 map, yeah. Delta Force games, like Delta Force Extreme and Land Warrior during Earth 2000, kind of gave a taste of what Far Cry and Ghost Recon skins would be like in the future. And now, Delta Force being a Chinese Battlefield clone is kind of a disgrace to the series to what it initially was. Okay. So basically they brought the game back, they kind of casualized it to appeal to the masses, and you have a whole bunch of the younger generation who love this entirely new, different thing now that's just kind of capitalizing on the IP. It's just such a poor use of the IP, like, why the F would you use this IP for a game that has nothing to do with those previous games? I see. I keep pushing X to prone, because that's what I'm used to, but it's Z. Climbing on the holding on to the tank here.
Our troops have captured Charlie.
Come on, man. It's not just casualized, it's a thing that has nothing to do with it. So, okay. It's just completely new. This looks like chaos. It's like if a new Operation Flashback game would be a Call of Duty clone or something like that. I see. Well, if it makes you feel better, I didn't like it anyway. It was mildly abusing for the glitches. Where did I come up with the name Industrial Gamer? You know what? I wish I had a really interesting story to tell, but I honestly don't. I had an original YouTube channel that was my PSN and Xbox Live ID, GameBoy61494. That was my original YouTube channel. That was in 2007. And I made content somewhat similarly to when I first started the Industrial Gamer channel. Except it was a bit more like all over the place. I did a couple of montages. I remember I did videos. I only did a couple of videos, like less than 50. And I did a video like on Metal Gear Solid 4 when it was brand new, and some other quick games, Virtua Fighter, I think. Just some other random things. There was really no direction for the channel. Everyone at school found out. And I don't know whether I talked... I think one of the issues I had in school was, like, my friends were not really my friends in school. So I think I told them the fact that I had this YouTube channel, and then they told other people, and then it basically just resulted in this bullying thing. I remember I was at my friend's house one time, and they were making fun of the fact that no one watched the videos. And they were just like... he was saying to me, like, you know, you should just delete it, man. Like, why do you even keep it? Like, why do you even keep it? Why are you even doing it? And I just got frustrated by the absolute pressure. And I actually did it, like, I went on his laptop right in front of him and deleted the channel. I was like, wait, did he actually do it? Yeah, he actually did it! Whoa! That was literally the reaction. About less than a year later, I really missed the urge to create content. Because I really enjoyed doing it, despite, you know, being 13 years old and, you know, not really knowing what I was doing. I really enjoyed the action. And so I started the Industrial Gamer channel, but I learned from my mistake. I didn't tell anybody. And so I was running the Industrial Gamer YouTube channel, and I mean, I don't really know why I chose that name. I wanted something that sounded somewhat more professional, less kiddie. I don't know why that just came out. I like to draw layouts of rooms and houses and do architecture and things like that. When I was a kid, I thought for a career, I would be an architect. So I think there's a part of that kind of molded into the name decision. And I just came up with Industrial Gamer. But I didn't tell anybody I had that channel. And then people found out like 2 years later. 2 years later. but by that time, I sort of, it was like my last year of middle school, and I kind of like cut everybody out of I did like a reset. I cut everybody out of my life, all of my friends, who weren't really my friends. But I did like a whole reset on everyone I knew. For a whole, in high school, the whole semester in high school, so 6 months, I sat and ate lunch by myself. There was a table with 2 chairs, one on each side, and I sat by myself every single day for lunch. I didn't talk to anybody, didn't really engage with anybody, and I did that. And then about the next semester after that, it was like the fall. No, that was the fall. So it's like the beginning of the new year in like 2010. This is. That's when I was taking like I kind of was a bit lonely in a sense, and I was in science class with Jacob's brother, and we just sort of hit it off really well. So basically just talking with him, then we kind of got close, and then I met Jacob when we were going to see Avatar. I got invited to the movies to go see the Avatar re-release in IMAX in 2010. And I just went because I never had the opportunity before to go hang out with like a group of friends, and literally there was like 6-7 people there. So I was like, for the first time in my life, I actually had people to kind of go to the movies with who weren't sitting there and like, you know, stabbing me in the back. Nice. Who weren't stabbing me in the back, you know, right in front of my eyes or when I wasn't there. And, well, yeah, and at that point, that was kind of when I really got heavily into making different types of content on YouTube. So that's kind of like, I guess, the kind of like the high-level story of all the different steps when it came to me deciding my name and closing down my first channel, opening up my new one, finding friends that actually cared, you know, and weren't gonna sit there and I like in middle school, like that same friend, like he would act totally fine when we were alone, but as soon as other people from school were like came by, yeah, he would act like a completely different person. Oh, nice view. So like, and I thought, to me at the time, because I was young, I thought, oh, that's acceptable, that's okay. So it's one of those things you just kind of learn from. And, solid. And, yeah, you know, just kind of move forward from there. But, you know, having that experience at such a young age really changed the way I sort of just look at people. So, yeah. Hamster says he loves Prey 2017. I saw your above comments as well about I'm usually okay with franchises trying new ideas and experimenting with their own identity, but it's kind of like the Prey situation where the IP is being used for the sake of keeping it. Oh, I see. Yeah, Prey is a good game, but it's not like you know, I wish we got Prey 2. I'm still upset that that Bethesda canceled that game, because that just looked like the most incredible thing I've ever seen at the time. Brett says, have you ever been bullied in school? Yeah, well I just explained the whole story. I was in private school for my whole life up until high school. And so everybody knew everybody in the school because, you know, like my graduating class was like 100 and something. It was really small. We had classrooms that were like 20 to 30 kids, you know, so it was a private education. And that's fine, you know, I never got exposed to drugs or anything like that because of that whole environment, but people were stuck up rats, you know, and everybody knew everybody, so like, it was just one of those situations where, you know, I was sort of the one everyone picked on in school. I don't know why, but that just came to be the situation. I even had some counselors who would tease me. Not in the same way, but they teased me over different things. I think the way I spoke or the way I walked. Just different things, you know? So, yeah. I know you want to be able to stream again tonight. Oh, I know you won't be able to stream again tonight. But if you were able, what game if you were able, what game I would choose for you to play would be more 007. Oh, you're saying, okay. Yeah, yeah, tonight's not possible. This is the last stream, definitively. And, that doesn't mean I'm gonna show up tomorrow, you know, as a surprise. So, apologies. I wish that this last stream wasn't so much of a mess, but I think it's almost fitting that this last stream is a bit of a mess, because, you know, my whole channel this year has kind of been like that.
We have maintained our advantage.
That was really embarrassingly bad. Anyway, yeah, I apologize for the rough start here, but, you know, it's not really... Yeah, it's just multiplayer, you know? Doesn't mean anything. Sucks you got bullied. Yeah, it's... Yeah, again, I'd rather... In a weird way, going through all that shit in school prepared me for YouTube, the internet here. Because... I'm not fazed by the things people say, and people have said some really awful things, but the internet is full of just people like that, so I'm not, like, it doesn't bother me because I've literally been called everything under the book, and I've had people say it to my face, you know? So someone online writing something is, like, insignificant, you know? I was in a horrible public school filled with thousands of kids, and I had kids and some teachers bully, so school was yeah. So you're familiar with that. I used to be a bully, unfortunately, not really proud of that, to say the least, but it's partially from where my username came from. Interesting. One thing I will say, you know, they say bullying comes a lot from the home environment. And the kid who picked on me the most, I'll never forget this. The kid who picked on me the most was kind of a short kid. But he really bothered me and got on my face and like would always like say this just really, you know, just a lot of shit basically. But I remember this, it was after school, I was waiting to get picked up and he was over there, and all of a sudden I hear from the other side of the, you know, the quad, the area, like, hurry up! Do you want to walk home? Like that. Like someone screaming. And I saw this guy walk by, you know, like basically stomping about, and I saw the very kid who bullied me the most, kind of like running frantically, following him. And in that moment, I didn't feel sorry for him necessarily, but I understood. I understood why. Because at least I got to go home, and I didn't have dysfunctional parents or abusive parents or anything like that. But he had to go home to that every single day. So I'm thinking from his perspective, his mindset must have been, well, this is the only place where I get to feel a little bit of power and a little bit of control. And for whatever reason, probably because, you know, I wasn't the type to take it back, or I wasn't the type to fight back, excuse me. He decided that I was, you know, #1 target. But, yeah, I remember that distinctly. And it just changed my entire perspective, because it was like, oh, that makes complete sense. It makes complete sense. And in a way, that's the best revenge, right? I didn't have to do anything. But he has to live having gone through that for the rest of his life. God, I think later on he joined the military, which would have made sense because, you know, you're trying to get away from home, that's a great place to do it, and you're going to learn a lot of discipline and responsibility there. So, yeah, that's I believe that's where he sort of ventured off into. I realized this guy was right here. Ah. I was registered at the police station twice as a kid for BS reason at first, the second time because I was systematically beating the crap out of a guy I studied with. You want to know a crazy story? I actually got arrested once. And I got arrested not because I did something, but because someone framed me. And this is before, like, this is crazy, actually. It's a true story. And this is back when I was being, like, heavily bullied, in a sense. This is the first year of high school. So it's right before I met, right before I told that story where I met Jacob's brother and Jacob, and we went, you know, we had friends to go to the movies. It was like a year before that. Someone used my name and my picture, and created a fake Facebook account, and then started harassing this other girl at our high school. And then she was saying all this shit back to him. So basically the account looked like it was me, right? It didn't have any friends or any details, but it was my face, all the same, you know, header and images and stuff on Facebook. And he was messaging her. And they got into an argument, I guess, over chat, and he told the girl, like, all right, I'm going to come to school and shoot you. Literally, he said that to her. So this is before all the school shootings in the U.S. Could you imagine if that happened, like, in the last 10 years? Like, imagine I was in, you know, younger and that happened. Like, that would have been probable cause, right? Like, that would have been an absolutely believable situation. But this is before all the massive school shootings in the United States and all that stuff. I had the police show up at my door. And, I was playing... I forgot if I was playing Assassin's Creed. I think I was playing Assassin's Creed 2 or something like that, right? I had the police show up at my door, and I was home alone. Literally, it was like the morning, right? So I woke up. I was like in my underwear, and I quickly put on a shirt, and yeah, the police were at my door, and I was like, "What's going on?" They're like, "You know exactly what's going on." So, basically, I was put under arrest, you know, based off of this chat that was basically shown with my picture, my details. And it turned out, yeah, the kid who did it to another kid before, but it never escalated to that level. And, yeah, like, I was, like, out of school for, like, 2 weeks, basically, because they didn't know if it was safe for me to return. Apparently, the kid that did it was, talking about all this, like, gang-related stuff. Like, and whether it was just made up or it was actually, you know, legitimate, I still don't know to this day. But, yeah, I was put in a, I was put in one of those, like, holding rooms. It had a bench with, like, one-way glass on it. I was put in one of those holding rooms for 10 hours with no food and no water. And I just, yeah, it was just, I recalling to myself, like, I almost thought to myself, like, so hopeless that I was thinking to myself, I should just lie. Because if I lie, at least I'll be able to, you know, get out of this quicker. But luckily I didn't do that. That would have been wrong. But yeah, that is the one time I ever actually got arrested, and I was 14. I was 14. So it was like yeah, within the first year of me doing YouTube, maybe the second year, right? It was like it was 2009, so right around then. And that was like one of the most emotional experiences I've ever had in my entire life. I don't know what became of the kid and his family after, but my parents like were like basically questioning everybody, and the reason they found him is because of two things. First of all, he was a horrible speller, and I had really good grammar. I was always like A+ in my literature English classes. So he had horrible spelling. And then number two, there was also another friend. I guess he was over at someone else's house, and this is where he kind of did the last thing to the other person. So the guy who he did it to, the guy whose house he was over at when he did this to the other kid, he came forward and was like, yeah, he's, I think it's this guy because I saw him do something similar. So yeah, that's sort of the end of that story. I will never forget that experience. It just, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty, just be grateful you would never have that experience. I can imagine how my dyslexia might be mildly annoying to you. I apologize for that. Hold on, I'm like, I haven't read any of the comments since me telling that story, so I gotta like kind of backtrack here. And the chat is kind of cut off on the top. Give me 1 second. Let me put this chat way up. Oh my god, I missed a ton here. I'm going all the way back to where Dakota asked me, where'd you come up with your username? Hamster says, I apologize for being so salty. It's just knowing that this game completely erases the legacy of the franchise. We're still talking about Delta Force. I'm usually okay with franchises trying new ideas. I read that. I read the Prey thing. Fake ass friends, yes. Then Tyler asked me to stream 007 First Light if I could, but no. Or he said that that's what he would ask me to do. It's really great having real friends. When I became a furry, I actually have real friends. Yeah, you need real people in your life who actually care about you.
We have secured Bravo.
Sucks you got bullied. Bullies are not good. My graduating class was 33 people. Wow, Lloyd. That's really small. Dakota says I was in a horrible public school filled with thousands of kids, and I had kids and some teachers. Oh, bully me. Yeah, I read that. I used to be a bully. Yeah, read that. Just ordered another game off GameStop. Disney GeForce. Damn. I didn't play that, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Tyler says comparing this stream to the first stream Blade Runner and Cat's Cup is a completely different feel. Well, good. That's kind of the point, right? Brett says he got bullied a lot. I don't know why some people like to be mean. We need more respect. I was registered. I read that. I got bullied horribly my whole childhood. Having autism and ADHD is not good for the weak. Hamster says he's 166 centimeters. Brett also says he has autism. And something that sucks about bullies as well is when they can walk away with it and don't have to deal with any of the consequences. Yeah. So in my case, it wasn't from home environment, from people I had to study with. 2008 and 2009 early days of your channel, were you still dealing with those bullies? Yes. While I was creating content, but I was doing content quietly. I didn't tell anyone about it. I didn't have anyone to tell. I didn't really have friends, right? In your team is a player named Nikita Buyanov, and this is the same name and surname as the creative director of Escape from Tarkov has. Isn't it himself? You're saying the creative director of Tarkov is possibly playing Battlefield 6 with me? In this group, I had this girl got me in trouble for zero reason in elementary school. This girl told on me and I was mean. Wait, this girl told on me and was mean and I got in trouble. Oh, she lied? Yikes, my condolences. This happened 2010. Well, the people that bullied you are awfully evil. What do you think leads to the increase in school? I don't even want to go there. I don't want to go there at all. It is a U.S. issue, though. That's for sure. As someone who's from Eastern Europe, all those stories about the U.S. gun control, I try not to do. Let's not make this political. Just because I don't like politics at all. I don't like what it does to people either. Dakota says that's insane that people can easily ruin your life like that and put you in a bad situation when it's out of your control. Hamster says, oh, I can imagine how my dyslexia... I saw that. And then Dakota says, like the fact that you can easily save other people's pictures on Facebook and use it against them on an account is absolutely absurd and they need to fix that. Yeah, this was the early days of... somewhat early days of social media. And thank God it was before the mass school shootings in the U.S. because I did not expect him to actually jump. If it happened recently within the last 10 years when all that shit was going down, I still believe there's a possibility that the cops would have... I mean, I don't know. There's a possibility I could have died. Like, I could have literally died. You know, SWAT could have, like, came in with guns trained, and then I just moved the wrong way, and then someone shoots me. It's like, oh, he's a minor, you know? But they don't, like... They're thinking it's a high-stakes situation. So I'm just grateful that if that had to happen, I'm grateful that it happened during that time when that wasn't a massive problem. Because it just would have not ended well if it was the other way. But yes, they do need to save other people's, or they do need to adjust. There needs to be more security and stuff like that. That event caused me to get rid of my Facebook. I never went back to the platform. And honestly, I really just don't think I think social media does more harm than it does good. I really believe that, you know? Everyone's like, oh, I get to reconnect with all these people, you know, that I lost contact with, and my thought process is always like, well, if you cared about the person, you would have you would have kept in contact with them, or if they cared about you, they would have also kept in contact with you. So, you know, it's just an almost, just a weirdly different situation, I guess, but that's the way that I look at it, and again, I'm glad that I don't...
Hit back and take control.
I'm glad that I don't have, social media, and just I'm not part of that, you know. I have Twitter, I guess, you know, but I don't post on Twitter anymore. Not really. I post when I have content, right? But I do check Twitter like every day. And again, if you're in the business of trying to buy some new tech thing, or you're in the business or interest of technology or just news as it happens, Twitter is basically the first place to go when something happens. It just is. You know, the reason I got a PS5 at launch was because of Twitter. The reason I got tickets to some of these movies, you know, that are still like the Odyssey, partly because of Twitter. So, you know, things like that just happen, like, they happen first on Twitter. I think that's its slogan, right? When things happen, they happen first on X or whatever. But there's some truth to that. But I don't like the platform itself. There's a lot of just horrible stuff on Twitter. Besides people's just ranting, the actual content and what's allowed on Twitter is really just... There's like no limits. And there's a lot of not legal things that happen on there.
Enemy attack confirmed at Alpha.
I can... Oh, hold on, I'm catching up with the post. SWAT's coming on stream is a big issue. I saw a lot of streams getting swatted for 0 reasons. You know, I was worried about that getting into streaming here. That definitely was a concern of mine. I don't hear about it. Either I just blocked it out completely and, like, I don't get the news for that. But I don't see a lot of people getting swatted anymore. That was a big, giant phase that just, you know, people just fucking did that to. But you don't really hear about it anymore, or at least I haven't heard about it recently. But I think if I'm gonna get back into streaming heavily, that just for safety reasons, I need to get a VPN, and I need to really secure myself and you know, make sure I cover my bases there, because that shit does happen, you know. And again, I don't have a lot of viewers here. You know, there's less than 10 people watching these streams. I think the most we ever had during this week on a single stream is like 15 to 20 people, something between there. So it's not like a lot to like garner a reaction. But if I had like, you know, 50 to 100 people watching, then it would be a bit concerning.
Attack support needed on
And there are tons of there's tons of streamers that get swatted online because of their views. How did your parents feel about you coming out, if you don't mind me asking? I didn't really come out. I didn't say to any of them explicitly or talk about my sexuality. I didn't have a like, hey guys, yeah, I'm gay thing. I didn't do that. I didn't tell anybody anything, honestly. And what happened is, over the course of many years, people just kind of figured it out and assumed, and just like that was just that. But I didn't have anyone explicitly, no one explicitly asked me about my sexuality, and that was never a conversation. I never believed in that, and I still don't believe in that today. Like, I don't owe anyone an explanation for the way I choose to live my own life. Some people feel like they almost need to explain why they feel some way, and I never subscribe to that idea. You know, for me, it's like, and I didn't have an issue accepting that part of myself. All I will say is Jacob did, and for the sake of his privacy, I won't talk about that any more than what I just mentioned there. But there was, you know, he did have that battle within himself. So I never really had a coming out thing. I never explained to anyone that situation. For all intents and purposes, they just thought, you know, I was hanging out with my friends from school. And I was.
We are moving on objective Alpha.
It's just that things grew into being more than that, but I just, you know, I never explained that to anybody. And then they just figured it out. It was like, okay, you're spending a lot of time with him, you know. So that's sort of just how it happened. Over the last 15 years, I deleted my Facebook, VK, and Instagram. Twitter is the only one I keep for news on news feedback. Yeah, it does have a use for that, but outside of that, I don't know what VK is, by the way. That doesn't ring a bell. Social media has led to a lot of bad. If it is not for the TikTok, social media has led to a lot of bad. If it was not for TikTok, possible a lot of these kids would have not brain rot. I'm really curious and interested to see the Social Reckoning that's coming out in a couple years, because I love the Social Network. So I'm kind of curious the language and the story that film is going to tackle. You know, now that they've already told sort of the coming of age story and sort of the startup of that from Mark Zuckerberg's perspective, I want to see the chaos. So I'm kind of curious to see that later this year. After Elon's takeover, the amount of racism and anti-Semitism is just people's speech increased a lot. And I would say as well, even though this type of content was on there before, but to me, Twitter is also a pornography site. It is. There's so much pornography on Twitter. It's almost like, even if you aren't looking for it, it may get like explicitly advertised to you, you know? And especially replies to other tweets. It's like, it's really bad. So I just try my best to mute keywords and only engage with the stuff that is pertinent. Like, I don't look at comments. I try not to click on links and do all this other stuff, but, you know, and I try not to search on Twitter either, because I don't want the algorithm feeding me all this stuff. I just said my mom about my ex and a good friend being a trans, and at some point she just accepted it. I personally wish TikTok would have gotten banned. I mean, I'm not a fan either of censorship. God, I couldn't think of the word. Yeah, I'm not a fan of censorship. You know? I understand protection and, like, the legality issue of things, but the solution to me is not just... I don't want to see things blocked and completely, you know, like, prevented access to from certain groups. I am not a fan of censorship at all. I think that there are ways that you can get around the type of content that is shown there. It's just that censorship is the easiest thing to do. And in the United States, it's a bit more complicated because each state operates on its own sort of merit to restrict things as they see fit. So there are websites that are accessible in some states that are not accessible in other states in the United States because they, certain states and their legislator just votes it out to be censored. So I don't like censorship. I think it complicates things. It doesn't get rid of the issue. I think that it's going to take more smarter people to figure out the solution for things. VK is a Russian Facebook like that was made by a future Telegram creator, Pavel. Oh, interesting. Just a few days ago, Russia considered him a terrorist. Twitter still has bot issues, so much bots message me. Yeah, I get those all the time. I was talking about that earlier in my streams. I have, like, all these, like, OnlyFans girls that are like, are you this hard to get a response from? And it's like my whole entire message box on Twitter is completely filled with them, and they all say the same thing. Like, you seem really interesting. Just like... And they all have, like, the same skanky picture, and they're all, like, they look like middle-aged women, and it's just, come on, man. So, yeah, it's all the same. There are more bots than actual people on the internet. Bots have surpassed us. So, that is crazy. It's bound to happen. Yet, even after 2020's VK has prohibited stuff like homophobia that is generally accepted in Russia on a governmental level. I see. What's this drone? I'm completely confused by this drone here. I've not been paying attention at all to the the game here. I apologize, but I'd rather have deep conversations like this than be sort of just focusing on the game, and this is all we do. So this is more interesting to me. Anyway, thank you guys again.
Alright, Bravo has been secured.
We're learning a lot about each other during this stream. See, I was like thinking to myself, like, oh man, the stream is a train wreck already. That's literally how I felt like an hour and a half ago. But I feel this is now a good send-off to these streams, because we weren't able to kind of talk like this with it, because we were focusing on a narrative game. If anything about multiplayer, I will say it's nice to be able to just tune out the purpose of why you're doing things and just talk like this. Because I don't have to focus too hard on story or an objective marker. I can just run around and just do whatever. Shoot anything that moves. It scares me how extremely anti-intellectual major countries are becoming and how much influence it in the minds of the pro-government people. Yeah. Again, I don't talk about politics because I genuinely do not have an interest in politics. I don't find it interesting. I also don't like what politics do to people. It inherently makes people... It's like the same thing with sports, But, I'm really not... I can't speak about politics much because, number one, I'm really ignorant to a lot of the things because I honestly, I'm not constantly keeping in the know about what's going on. I don't want to know what's going on. It's stressful to already know what's going on, and I just don't want I don't want that in my life. So, I'm generally not keeping up with the world news that's around me. I just focusing on the problems that I have and what I need to do to fix them. I'm not saying that's the correct way to live. And I'm also not saying that, ignorance is also a form of acceptance, they say. One of my close friends on YouTube, Dean, has a great quote from his father. He said, a man who won't stand for something will fall for anything. And there is a lot of truth to that. But I don't feel like the correct way to live is to also be in constant fear and agitation, being constantly pissed off and angry. Like, that to me doesn't sound like, you know, that doesn't sound like a good way to spend your time. But there are people who feel that way, you know? They wake up and they're just pissed off. And then they just continue their day pissed off. And it's just like, I don't want to be like that, you know? I have a lot of things going on in my life. I talked about that briefly with you guys. That, you know, I got a lot of stuff going on. Damn it, I didn't realize it was that far. You know, but, like, I'm also quite lucky. I am quite lucky. I have the good stuff in my life does in many ways outweigh the bad stuff, even though the bad stuff is quite, you know, bad. But I think that you have to have that balance, and you have to have that good stuff, and you have to recognize how important that is. You know? And try to be humble about it, because there's a lot of people who really don't have anything. You know, I'm sitting here I'm sitting here at my boyfriend's place with his computer, and I got the console, I got a gaming PC that's very capable, I got an audience on stream, like, you know,
All fronts.
it could be a lot worse. There's really nothing wrong here. That being said, yeah, I still have my moments of weakness, and I still have problems, like anybody. I like how this map has underground tunnels. I think this map is only underground tunnels. We all have our own problems. It's hard to look at the world's problems too. Yeah. Again, like, if you're just focusing on what everyone else has and you don't, you know, what, you're just gonna be bitter for your whole life? Like, I don't want to be that way. That's not a great, you know, way to live. Alright, we got 20 more minutes, guys. I am doing a hard close at 5 o'clock because I'm going to get things ready. I'm going to need to uninstall some games and put this computer back to the way it was. So, got that going on, and just make sure everything is set so when people come home. So, just forewarning, 20 minutes, okay? Of course, if we are in the middle of a game when it becomes 5 o'clock for me, then I will finish the game. Politics is everywhere, even a price tag on the product you buy is part of it. Yeah, I guess so too, right? Because people complain when you're buying certain video games that you're supporting certain practices. So, yeah, I just choose not to look at it that way. And not saying that that's the best way to look at it. That is just the way that I deal with it myself. Do I believe in the theory that there are different universes, alternate timelines? I tend to be, I'm not really super religious, but I'm also not, like, a non-believer. I tend to be more agnostic. So I believe in the possibility that anything could really happen and that there's just a lot of unknowns. That's basically my, you know, full opinion. So I believe in the possibility that that is, you know, an option. I was thinking to myself, you know, everyone has like a specific vision for the afterlife, or religion tells you there's a specific vision for the afterlife. But I was thinking to myself, like, what is the definition of perfect, right? Because it's what is perfect is not a singular thing. I swear to God, if we're stuck in this loading glitch, by the way. You know, perfection is not just one single thing, and what is perfect may not be perfect to other people. So I think to myself that what's probably more powerful than we ever imagined is our subconsciousness and our ability to create and protect ourselves, like our mind's ability to create and protect ourselves from within it. So perhaps when we die, everyone gets the exact perfect version of their afterlife for them, and it's whatever your subconsciousness makes up. Perhaps that's what happens. But different realities and different universes, so when a choice is split, it kind of, you know, there's two different sections. I don't know. That would mean that there's a version of myself that could be literally the most horrible thing in the world. So, I don't know if I necessarily want to believe in that, even if it's possible. From the development of flexibility optics to reading books to discussion, video game writing as well can be considered a good source of mind-flexible development nowadays. I want to believe in these just because the concept of atheism is kind of boring, and I'm more of an agnostic. So Hamster and I are pretty much aligned on that, is what he's saying. If there are other timelines, and that means we have many versions of ourselves. However, myself as an Orthodox Christian, and I was baptized as a kid, yet my family is pretty open-minded. My grandma accepts my worldviews and optics I provide. Yeah, you can be open-minded, but still be, you know, still follow a particular religion. There's nothing absolutely wrong with that. My dad is very Christian as well, very involved in the church. My mom's more spiritual. So, not really pertaining to one religion, just more spiritual. My dad really tried to instill religious values in me when I was a kid, but I was like going into my teenage years, and it just, his way was, well, you're just gonna go, and you're just gonna deal with it, you know? And I found it a big, giant waste of time. I think perhaps if I was like harbored into it from birth, like we're growing it, you know, grew up with it, then maybe things would have ended up different. This game is frozen. That's really frustrating that it does that, especially because, like, literally I think a week ago, a little more than a week ago, they just had a massive update, you know, with the new maps. So that's really frustrating that it's doing that. Yeah, we might just play one more game, guys, and then go. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night as well. Or morning, depending on where you are. Odd, so many loading screen issues almost a year from launch. Yeah, it's a DICE game. Oh, back to Golemund. Actually, you know what? You know what? I want to try out the new map. If we're going to do one game, if we're going to do one more game, then I'd at least like it to be the new map that came out. You know, we only got one game on it tonight, and it was kind of quick. So, I'd like it to at least be... Here, we'll get rid of all this stuff. Yeah, let's do the reef thing. I think it's more fun to believe in stuff like that being possible because we all existed somehow, and who knows if we also exist somewhere else in the future. Yeah, and it doesn't discount the other, you know, fates out there. You know, there's multiple religions for a reason. That's the way that I look at it. There can't be one. The idea that one religion is one definitively true outcome discounts. That would mean it discounts the idea of every other religion out there that might believe in slightly different variations or whatever. So I don't like the idea that it completely discounts other people's faith based on what you believe in. So for that reason, the very nature of the fact that there are options and different beliefs permeates reasons that there are possibilities that anything could happen, right? What are my favorite chips? I'm really not a chip eater, at least anymore. I would say if I had the choice in chips, tortilla chips are great, but I like barbecue chips. Also, sea salt and vinegar. I'm not really big into, like, you know, real, like, messy chips or very flavorful chips. I'm kind of plain Jane. I have Christian friends because of that. My grandma is also spiritual, as she's moderately Christian and believes in pagan stuff. Like, if the black cat crossed the road, it will affect your luck. Interesting. Okay. It is wild how many things we don't know about Earth and the universe. We know a lot, but far from all. Despite the fact that I explained to her how during the Crusades pagans were killed by Christians. Yeah, religion does have a violent history. Almost all religions do. It's really just, you know, to me, it's wonderful storytelling. Not to discount the actual historical, you know, truths to it, to a lot of it, but it is really wonderful storytelling, isn't it? Oh, fuck, I saw him right there, too. Despite the... oh, I already read that comment. Anyway, yeah. It's incredible storytelling. I find it also weird. I know there have been, you know, religious video games, but they're usually done by, like, you know, very specific teams and organizations, but no one's done, like, a AAA, you know, like, Jesus Christ game. You gotta wonder, like, that hasn't really, why hasn't, like, Assassin's Creed had an interaction with Jesus Christ? When you think about it, it's like, you know what? I'm not saying that Jesus has contracts out on people. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying as a character or something. You would think that if all games, like, of all AAA games in series, that Assassin's Creed would have touched that by now. They touched everything else. Maybe they're staying far away from that because they really just, you know... it's a really delicate subject. Brett says, I had a great time with you and I hope to see you again. Thank you very much. I will say thank you guys. Thank you again before I close the stream here. These streams brought new memories for your channel. Yeah, I think over time, I think over time I will come back and watch some of these streams again to kind of reminisce about the discussions and the things that I was doing. So thank you guys again for making these such a big success. However, I've met a deeply hardcore religious people that even justify homophobia and racism by quoting an Old Testament Bible verses and genuinely believe they're kind and unharmful people. They believe they're kind and unharmful. Yeah. I thankfully haven't had too much, you know, run-ins with those people. And I don't really conversate, like, no one from my friend group or anyone is like that, you know. No one from my family. I don't really like. I'm not really close with my family. Jacob is Hispanic, so a lot of the family interactions that I have come from Jacob's family, and you know, him being Hispanic have like, culturally, family is everything to them. So he has relationships with, like, all his cousins and his aunts and his uncles, and it's a giant family. And everybody knows everybody, you know, and talks with everybody. Not everybody is perfect, you know, there's still plenty of room for dysfunction and different things like that, but if someone needs help, there's always someone there to help you out. So there's a beautiful thing in that, and it's not something that I've ever been exposed to, or would have had been exposed to, if not for my relationship with him. Jesus, the new assassin. No, we can't go there. Jesus, not the new... No, I don't see... I'm just talking about that time period, you know? Because you would imagine that Assassin's Creed would touch that time period, but, and then, like, Jesus could just be, like, a character. Maybe there could be a contract on someone, on an assassination about him that, I don't know. I'm not even gonna go there. But see, we're already touching, like, really delicate subject matter. I'm just gonna stay safe and keep my mouth shut. But I do think, like, you know, there's a bit of fear in tackling subjects like that because people will go crazy. Even if they get it right, people wouldn't like it. Even though, you know, there's tons of movies about the story already that don't shy away. Isn't there a Passion of the Christ sequel coming out? I could have swore I read about that.
We have set charges on Bravo.
When you were in school in 2008, 2009, from what you remember, what games did you hear people talk about? It was Call of Duty. Call of Duty 4. People talked a lot about Assassin's Creed 1 because of just how, like, Assassin's Creed was mind-blowing visually. Like, you've never seen a game look like that. It was, like, it was crazy. So I would say Assassin's Creed 1, Call of Duty 4, and just Call of Duty in general was, like, the big thing. And people also played different games as well. I had, like, people would play, like, a dozen plus games a year. It's not like it is today where like, kids just play, like, 1 or 2 games and it's the same game all the time. Like, people try different games. I remember I had friends who, like, you know, all these other games, like, I think it was Brett who was talking about these games that he's been playing, like Need for Speed Shift and, like, just games of the 7th generation. Time Shift was one of them. Like, a lot of people, like, my age were, like, getting those games and playing them. There was actual big variety in the games that people played, and no one just stuck to one thing. Even though people returned to Call of Duty time and time and time again, Gears of War is another one. People tried out new games. I just see that doesn't happen anymore. Nice. That doesn't happen anymore. You know, people don't want to try out anything. They just stick with the Fortnite, or they stick with Counter-Strike, you know, or insert other game here, Valorant. Oh my god! That was crazy. When Fortnite became popular, people haven't had variety anymore. Yeah, and the thing is now is you just keep spending money on the same game. I think that's why everyone, like, around my age, like, if you were playing games earlier in those days, you remember that, you know, and it's just like, it's bizarre to you. The idea that you would buy skins and stuff. There are plenty of people my age who do participate in that stuff, but, you know, it was not like that at all. When you bought the game, you bought the game, and you had to play in order to get the stuff in the game. Like, you had to actually, like, play the game and work kind of hard to get it. People who don't play variety games don't get to see the potential of games fully. I also think people just don't care. There's that you know, concept that the gaming industry has grown up with an audience, people like my age. So, come on, man, fuck you. So people are growing up, you know, with these games. Oh my god, we killed each other. That was fun. I'm actually glad that we got each other. That's good. Anyway, what was I saying? That completely excited me and, like, completely took over my train of thought. Oh, the gaming, yeah. So the gaming industry kind of grew up with people around my age. So there's this idea that, you know, kids today can't connect with anything because all the AAA stuff mostly is existing franchises and games made for adults, you know? And it's the same existing franchises that have been around for so long. Why would a kid care about Assassin's Creed? It started in 2007. It started when I was a teenager. you know. But like, if you're a kid today and you're like, oh yeah, this is the 15th game in the franchise, you know, it's why would you care? You know, it's different. I think in a weird way, perhaps that's why I never got into Final Fantasy fully, because not only did I not care for the gameplay, sure, but you know, by the time I really got into the game or tried to get into the games, it was Final Fantasy 13. And I know that they're their own things and they do their own things, but you know, it's kind of like that, but on a more massive scale, and there's more continuity.
We have armed explosives on objective Bravo.
2008, I was 7. I was one of the young kids who was playing M-rated games such as GTA San Andreas and True Crime. Oh, you're lucky. My parents did very much look into the rating system. So I never really got to play GTA San Andreas on the PS2, maybe at some friends' houses. But my first full GTA experience was GTA 4. And I snuck it in. I somehow got the game. I think a friend gave it to me, and I somehow like snuck it in, and I had to like play it behind people's backs. Wow, it ended at a perfect time. It is 5 o'clock right now, 4:59. I want people that talk about new games or different games because they used to enjoy playing, and all I hear is what their next skin is coming or Fortnite, and it just annoys me very bad. Yeah, it's not my thing either. I don't. And I just think it's boring. It's the same thing, right? Yeah. It doesn't change anything, the skins. It's just, hey, I look different. But like that is a big deal to some people. That they stick out. I'm thinking to myself, like, that just makes you an easier target. You're wearing, like, brightly, you know, pink neon. You got, you know, giant Ugg boots on. You got this, like, poof, you know, like, vibrant, like, vest. All I just see is someone that says, shoot me now. It's like, that must be, you must want like a giant target on your back. You stick out like a sore thumb. Yeah, this is a common issue with the game, this quitting. I just want to go to the main menu, and this is what it's giving me. Alright. Well, we're done anyway. There we go. Well, guys, it's over. We did multiple streams for an entire week. Started on Sunday, here we are on Saturday, and it's over. We completed 3 games: Routine, Halo Campaign Evolved, and Darwin's Paradox. And I really loved those games, all of them. Halo got a bit annoying, yes, but I did need to go to bed, and there was a glitch, so, but I still enjoyed it for what it was. Like I said earlier, these streams were an opportunity for me to gauge how you guys interacted and kind of like the interest that people had for these types of streams. It is a concept, a pilot, an idea of what I want to do in the future, which is more variety streams, sometimes playthroughs of big games and stuff like that. Now, obviously, you know, a couple things need to happen before that does happen. I don't have a capable gaming PC right now. Yeah, I know I can always plug in my console and stream that way, but I also, like I said, like my environment, this isn't even my desk space and everything like that. I'm usually laying here and then playing games here on the TV. That's usually me, you know. That's my gaming experience 95% of the time. Now when I go back home, yeah, I do have my own stuff, but I keep the PS5 Pro here and like all the new games here. So it's like, and that's sort of my time to work on the reminiscing videos when I go back home. But that's like really such a insignificant or a minuscule amount of my time. Most of my time is spent here. Anyway, I really did have a lot of fun with you guys. It was a series of kind of ups and downs. Sometimes I got frustrated. Sometimes I was definitely tired. But overall, I really had a wonderful time, and I'm really grateful to have spent this whole week with you guys, especially those of you who showed up every single stream. It really means a lot to me. And I just want to let you know that I really appreciate you all. I love you all very much. It really does make a huge difference. Just you being here and you guys participating, and you know, just being around, even if you're not saying much, even if you just popped in once or twice, you know, it doesn't matter. The fact that you guys are here and there was an audience for the streams for most of the time I was streaming. Oddly enough, I got my biggest audiences when I was streaming at night, which is weird. I really wasn't thinking that was going to be the case. But I would like to do more streams like this in the future. Variety stuff, more streams focused on one particular game, or, you know, me trying out something. You know, we can have like a variety day, trying out different games, streaming all day. This is an idea of what I would like to do. So please hang in there for me. For those of you who are interested in the more edited style standard content on the channel, you know, I have some stuff that is already recorded. I need to render it out and upload it. My goal is to upload some stuff in the next couple weeks, and then I don't know if stuff will be coming regularly on the channel, but I will get as much done as I can. Perhaps you know, towards the end of this year, as we progress into the month, I know Gamescom is this month, right? Gamescom is August, so we have Gamescom coming up in a couple weeks, but perhaps in the next few months or so, things could be, I can get into a routine more of like healing in my life, so to speak. So I got some other things I'm dealing with in the background, but you know, these streams have done a lot to basically lift my spirits. So I'll do what I can to accommodate this idea in the future as soon as possible, but I just ask for your continued patience as you guys have continued to give me. And again, thank you guys very much. This was a lot of fun. This was a lot of fun. Thank you to Tyler. Thank you, Lloyd. Thank you, Dakota. You know, thank you to Brett. Thank you to Hamster. We had some other people who came and went as well. But you know, again, thank you guys so much. I'm just like quickly scrolling through here. Oh, Axel was in here earlier. Thank you to him. Yeah. Again, I don't mind a small audience as long as people are engaging, and that's exactly what you guys are doing. You know, I mostly would like to be able to, you know, it's one thing I'm playing a single player game, we're focusing on the narrative, that's one thing, but multiplayer games like this, you know, where we could just have kind of detailed conversations, you know, deep kind of thought-provoking conversations, I also see the value in that. So we had a bit of a rough start, you know, getting things to work, but I'm happy with the way this ended at least. So we're gonna end it on a good note, and that's good to see. So Tyler says great content. Lloyd says W streams, Win streams. Blade Runner I actually saw as cozy. Yeah, and I would be interested in kind of continuing it, you know, and having more time to finish it and stuff like that. I love this idea, and I would love to see a lot more in the future. Thank you. Tyler says thank you again. These streams have helped me de-stress every night after work, and I need more. Well, if you haven't seen my other streams, Dakota, you could just go to the live section on my channel. In fact, here, I'll just briefly show you guys. And Brett was asking me about, as well, my, if I played these other games, right? So I need to work on some videos because the last video was 3 months ago, right? But just go to the live channel, man. They're all here. Everything's archived. I even archived for these streams and the recent streams as well, the chat. So if you guys return to these videos, you can see basically the chat history on top of that as well. I thought that would be fun, you know? So we have the entire chat history and all the messages that you guys sent. That's all here. So everything's preserved here on the channel. These are me reacting to the game conferences, but if you keep scrolling, I mean, here's my playthrough of Mirror's Edge Catalyst, which is screwed up because I was playing it in ultra-wide and NVIDIA didn't have support for ultra-wide when you were streaming through there. Here's my playthrough for Halo 5, and they did some multiplayer, and then all the way back when I started first streaming with Metal Gear Solid 5 at the end game. So all that is here. And again, 10 years ago, very different version of me. I won't, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, if you want to see other streams, they're all right here, all right? And by the way, these are my playlists for everything. And everything's organized by year and also by content type. So, you know, Brett was asking me about all these games I played. Here we go. Reminiscing and multiplayer farewells. Check this out. If you want me to hear my thoughts on all these older games, this is where it's happening. I've done a lot of these so far. 195 videos in this playtest. pretty cool. All right, guys. Again, thank you so much. I do a good job preserving. Do I like country music? It's okay. My parents have it on in the background. They seem to like it, so I do listen to it, just not in the background, but it's okay. And yeah, I'll be back for Gamescom. That will be the next stream on this channel. Will be me reacting to Gamescom opening live. Okay. I don't know who that is. Oh, that's Reality Pails. Remember Reality Pails? Those of you who are really old fans of mine. Remember Reality Pails? He just invited me to play Halo. Oh, I don't have time, man. That sucks. I would have totally loved to play it with him if I was able to earlier. But yeah, he was just talking about, it's been 15 years. They're finally closing the Infamous 2 user-generated content. So he and I were the only people on YouTube covering Infamous 2's beta. Although he started first. It was really his thing. I met him through this, and we became really close friends. That's crazy. 15 years ago. All right, guys. I'm going to go now. Love you all very much. I'll be back for Gamescom opening night